What is going on, guys? Jesse504 here, bringing you all my Week 2 game in the UPA versus JBWestside, one of the admins of the league, and his Las Vegas Cinderaces. Going into the matchup, I'm very iffy on this one. I really just don't like all the threats that he has. Like, it's very tough for me to deal with all of them. And those threats are Latias, Tapu Koko, Buzzwole, Mammothswine, Incineroar, Roserade, Aggron, Drifblim, Bouffalant, Cramorant, and G-Max Blastoise, which cannot run Shell Smash, which is really nice. It means that I don't have to deal with that once it's smashed up. But the main threat that really scare me are these top four: Latias, Koko, Buzzwole, Mammothswine. They all just mess me up. Latias, I think the least so, just because I have a Feeny, and I also have Gigalith and Sand, which should be taking its hits pretty well. Same with Koko. I have a whole ass Excadrill for that. I also have Toxtricity, which takes on top of Koko really well. So that one might not come, but it's still a very threatening mon, so it might. Just because I have a Latios, and you kind of want to have speed, stab, fairy moves to hit that. Buzzwole is fairly threatening. Its stabs, mainly fighting, really just fuck up my team, but I do have a Feeny for it. And then Mammothswine I also have my Feeny for, which it's a lot of stuff that Feeny's pressured to do this game, especially with the set that I am bringing on it. I think that it was a good set to bring. The issue is that because I'm relying on this set, I just don't check Mammo that well. But I think that was a risk that I had to take this week. So starting off my team this week, we have our Latios. Let's go ahead and call that guy over. But Latios this week, with the Levitate ability, obviously, is holding the Soul Dew. And so it's a nice Twisted Spoon plus Dragon Fang boost to my stabs, which the moves that I'm running this week: Draco, Psyshock, Aura Sphere, and Baton Pass. I just think that these moves work well. Baton Pass for momentum, Draco Meteor, and Psyshock to do damage, and I believe Dry Pass is allowed, which should be all good. I just have to keep in mind that if I do have -2 from my Draco Meteor, I probably shouldn't pass into my Toxtricity or my Feeny, which you guys can see right now. But yeah, and then the dual stabs really hit most things on his team. Between them, nothing really likes to eat them other than Aggron, which is why we have Aura Sphere, because Aggron goes down to Sturdy from that, or just dies if he's not running Sturdy. Also nice for Incineroar and Mammothswine if I don't want to -2 myself with Draco. And then I'm running Psyshock. I meant to run Psychic, just because I don't want Buzzwole to be taking those hits super well. But Psyshock, the benefit of it is Aggron, I believe, is why I had it originally, and Roserade, but I don't really need it. Then again, Buzzwole just drops to Draco, so it doesn't really matter. But up next, we have our boy, Gigantamax Toxtricity, holding the Throat Spray this week. Very bulky, with Punk Rock for the ability, Shift Gear, Overdrive, Boom Burst, and Sludge Wave. So basically Shift Gear, and then it's effective triple stabs, but it's going to be doing hella damage this week. Max Modest attack, if I can get to that +1 with the Throat Spray, goes crazy, even if I can get +1 off of a Sludge Wave after I Shift Gear. And I will have an opportunity to Shift Gear on something like the Koko. If I can get it on that, Shift Gear and then Max, and I should be able to take him on with me, hopefully. But yeah, and then Overdrive to do a ton of damage, Boom Burst, same thing, and then Sludge Wave to do damage and boost my special attack when maxed. And then 44 speed is to, when I max, or when I +2, I will hit 202, which I think I need to outspeed my his Koko. Yeah. Up next, we have, making his debut this week, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get on, nope, not Latios. Right next to Latios is the Excadrill. Calling him over now. With the moves, or with the Focus Ash for the item, I really just think that consistency with that item, it boosts consistency with that item for me to sweep. If he still has his max up and I'm not completely boosted yet, we have EQSD Rapid Spin Ironhead, and we are Jolly Nature 236 speed to hit 151 speed, which means that Scarf Coco will not outspeed us. In case we do just get knocked to Sash by something, we shouldn't be revenged by Scarf Coco, any variant of that. And so the only real way that he would revenge us is with an Ice Shard from a Mamoswine, or like a Fake Out on an Incineroar, or like he has like Quick Attack Coco, which I don't really think comes, but like yeah, that's his real only ways of revenging. Because in Sand, I don't think Drifloom comes to this game because it's kind of fodder to set up on with most of my team, especially the Toxtricity. So I don't think it comes. But if it does, we always have these countermeasures. Up next, we have our Sand Setter, the Gigalith, with Sandstream, Stealth Rock, Body Press, Toxic, and Throat Chop. 196 HP, 68 defense, and 244 plus SpDef minus special attack for the nature. Just does a lot of good damage to his team. Really consistent switch into Latios. And then we also have ways to do damage to it via Toxic or Throat Chop. And then we also have Body Press. And we can also just get up our rocks. And if you look at his team, he has some good removal with Latias, Coco. But like, he could run it on Blastoise to like get a speed boost, I guess, with his Rapid Spin before he maxes. But like, it's not the best removal. Like, he has it, but nothing really wants to run it. So I'm hoping that if I can get rocks up, they'll stay up and be doing a ton of damage to him throughout the game. Up next is the Feeny set that I was alluding to earlier. I can call it over here, not Excadrill. It's fine. Feeny is this week a setup Feeny with Calm Mind, Iron Defense, Training Kiss, and Sword Power, and hopefully it can win. What I'm thinking I do is I come in, I switch it on Mamoswine, or I switch it on Buzzwole, but probably I think Mamoswine, just because it has a little less coverage for me. I click Iron Defense, or I click Calm Mind, depending on the situation of the game. Do I think I'm going to need the defense boost first? Do I think I'm going to need the SpDef boost first? But ideally we go to max with 6 Calm Minds, and 3 Iron Defenses, or maybe less. But at some point, we should have Draining Kisses to keep ourselves healthy, Stored Power to just muscle through things. But looking at it, his Dark is Incineroar, which doesn't really want to come in on me, just because I have my Feeny. His Roserade is probably his best Feeny answer, so I'm thinking I knock that thing out so I have much safer setup on a lot of his team, and then I can win from there. And I think that my team can handle Roserade pretty well, especially once I get to this last mon. I feel like Roserade just is really pressured. It's sort of like free pivots for most of my team. And that would be with my Choice Banded Cinderace. Blaze for the ability, we are max attack, max speed. I don't know, I think I just messed up my speed stat, but just max attack, max speed. I wasn't really paying too much attention on here. It doesn't really matter. It's not like the bulk is going to really help me live anything. And we are banded. We've got HJK, U-turn, Pyro Ball, Sucker Punch, like I mentioned. I think that the momentum from U-turn, the damage output from Pyro Ball is really enough. And then HJK for like a thick fat Mamoswine, or for Incineroar, or for Aggron, pretty nice, even though Pyro Ball also melts through that. And then Sucker Punch for priority on the Latias is also my best way to hit that. And then something like Drifblim, if that thing is going with Unburden boosts, good way to hit that thing as well. But yeah, this is the squad this week, and I will see you guys. And we are at team preview. We see pretty much everything as expected. No Coco, which I kind of sort of called out unconfidently, because that's the way I roll. But in its place, we do see Bouffalont. And yeah, I think that it kind of gets walled enough by Gigalith, and that plus Body Press should be good enough damage for me. So thinking that he might lead Roserade or lead... I'm not really sure. Cinderace should just outspeed his team and chunk it with the Choice Band. And yeah, we do see his G-Max come, but yeah, hopefully Banded Cinderace puts in the work at the start. And we see what lead. He goes out with the Ruby. Is that Latias? Roserade. And we can just lead Cinderace. Banded Ace should do a chunk to this thing. He's probably going to be like sashed with some spikes or something. Maybe toxic. Okay, that loading second took a second and that scared me. But thankfully we are all good. Lan, not my favorite thing in the world, but it's not as bad as people make it out to be. We do get that hard switch, so we will just get a nice U-turn off for some momentum. He goes out into his Blastoise. So Banded, that does a big chunk. That does a fat chunk. Do we just want to early max here? Like, that is something that I'm considering just doing. But Draco also just seems pretty free. He did not bring his Coco, so I don't think he has a fairy. So Draco does just seem somewhat free. We can also go Toxtricity and try to set up. I don't know, he might have Earthquake, but I don't know if he does. I'm going to go for it. We're going to go for some early G-Max shenanigans because we didn't get to last battle. And I really, really want to show off Toxtricity. I also want to see his prep for it. Let's shift gear. And he might go just hard out into that Mamoswine. But I should have speed for Scarf Mamoswine, I believe. Although I might not, which would be a bit annoying. Okay. Probably could have just gone Latios and been safe there, but it looks like he's around 2/3 health, like 67, 66%. Which is good damage. And if he is Earthquake, that would be surprising. I don't think that he would be like Earthquake. But Max Quake is a pretty good move, raising Spadef. Ooh, shit, he might be Max Quake. We might not chew a hit either. We might not be bulky enough. And if he is Max Quake, that'd be bad. Because now all of a sudden we aren't doing enough damage to him. He does, yeah, this might be really bad. I don't know why I'd made this play. The more and more I talk about it, the worse it seems. He is Max Quake. Oh my gosh, the more and more I talked about it, the less and less good it sounded. I don't know why I did that shit. Oh, fuck. And he gets Spadef. Yeah. I do have Feeny, which should wall this thing. And Max Quake, I believe that means that it is at least mixed, probably leaning more towards physical. So we'll put up a Misty Terrain, and then I don't really know what he's going to want to do, but I think me setting up an Iron Defense or a Calm Mind is probably my move here. Just like try to stall out the G-Max. I'm actually going to go for Calm Mind first. I think that he might be somewhat special Blastoise. He does switch out though, so we do kind of deal with his G-Max turns a little bit well. Just a little bit. He goes out into that Roserade. Here's where we try to speed open up the calc. Go to the team builder. Try to grab my team as fast as I can. UPA. Grab that, the calc. Clear my custom sets from earlier in the week. Clear that out. Import those. Only show imported. Tapu Fini, Roserade. And you are level 50. And I'm going to be at +1 Spadef. Yeah, no, we're not taking that well enough in my opinion for me to warrant me staying, and I'm just gonna go out into my Latios. Okay. I did waste some valuable time, which is unfortunate, but hopefully in the long run, actually having Feeny pays off. Yeah, and he has Leaf Storm too, which would have done a massive chunk to me. And Okay. So, what Pokemon does he have that would want to take a Draco? None. I think that something should just drop very low here off of a Draco. Like maybe he goes Buzzwole, but that thing's weak to a Psychic move, which I'm clicking because I'm in front of a Poison type. Maybe he gets really aggressive and goes Latias, but that thing dies to my Dragon move on the following turn. So, like, yeah. He does switch out into... Jomo's that Bouffalont? It is Bouffalont. Do we connect? No, we don't. That's unfortunate. We would have been able to kill it next turn. But we can just go out into the Gigalith. Damn. Because that does between 70 and 80%. So that's unfortunate to miss that, but we will set up our Sandstream and then we'll get up our rocks. He goes for Throat Chop. Good bring. Can we tell how much damage that is based on what he does? How much he did to me? Gigalith. That's not banded damage. Okay. As the default set as banded. I will just... Do I want to rock up here or go for a Toxic? I think just getting my rocks up here is probably the play. He switches. Probably into the Blastoise. Yeah, into the Blastoise. This thing will start to get worn down pretty well. I actually live anything from that this Blastoise might want to do to me quite well. Like, Surf is doing around, like, a little under 50%. So maybe Toxic is just my play here. Try to wear this thing down. I wasn't paying attention for an item on this thing. I'm assuming something like Assault Vest is probably a bring. But, yeah, I need to deal with this Roserade. I'm going to go for Toxic. He goes for Spin. Good play. Thankfully, we will be able to heal up off of that. As he does raise his speed and get rid of the rocks. We connect the Toxic. Thankfully. And Body Press should start wearing this thing down, and hopefully we can start... Yeah, Body Press plus Toxic damage plus Sand damage. He'll get worn down in a turn or two, and Blastoise doesn't have recovery other than Life Deal, which I don't know if you bring that on a Gigantamax Blastoise, but I'm just going to Body Press here. He doesn't really have a great switch in. He goes for Liquidation. Yeah, he was full physical Blastoise. Ooh, that does more than Surf would have done. But thankfully, he's going to, like, drop to Sand plus Toxic plus next turn's rounds of damage. Maybe this round's damage. Not quite. I want to get aggressive into my Latios, because I know that that thing can just really win the game. So I'm just going to go... But I'm going to go out into my Finny, I mean. I'm not going to go out into that hard. And next time we will... Actually, he'll get free Roserade on me. But we will put up some Misty Terrain. And then, plus lefties, we won't end up taking net anything. He goes EQ. I should have gone that Laddie, man. I am a bit iffy on that EQ play personally, because if I did go hard Laddie, then that would have been bad for him. But he does get free Roserade now. I wanted to, like, catch that thing on a double switch, but he is alive. And so Gigalith will pick up a kill from Toxic. But he does have very free Roserade now, which means he has very free Spikes. But that's kind of annoying because this was fodder for Blastoise to set up on earlier in the game, or later in the game, I mean. But he goes out into this Roserade. He could click his spikes now, but I can go out into my Cinderace and then really just profit because he doesn't have a good Pyro Ball switch in. Like, yeah. He is Leaf Storm, though. Here's where a little bit of bulk might have helped out, but let's just scout, like, Cinderace, Leaf Storm damage, Roserade, level 50. That looks like an offensive Roserade to me. How much does Latias take from Pyro Ball Banded? Level 50, of course. Not enough for me to really want to go for it. I'm just going to click that U-turn. He could be aggressive and stay in, but being aggressive and staying in means that your Roserade is now all of a sudden taking a shit ton. He goes into Manny, the Mamoswine. And now Temptation says go Excadrill because I'm sashed, so even if he is some weird Mamoswine set that even if he is Scarfed, I mean, not some just weird Mamoswine set. Yeah. Even if he is some Scarfed Mamoswine set, we are safe against it. So that should be all good. I'm gonna Iron Head. Make the safe play. Even if he is Scarfed Mamoswine. Because being able to take it out is huge. And then obviously, he could potentially like miss an Icicle Crash or something. He just goes for an Ice Shard though, giving me the Mamoswine. I disagree with that play. I think the Mamoswine is too good into the rest of my team for you to be doing that, dude. But it's fine. I mean, instead of being knocked down to Sash because you're not Scarf Mamo, it means that you are dead. So we take those. Because that was a big obstacle for my Latios trying to like, just for the safety of that thing. And for the safety of the rest of my team too. Like Cinderace now clicks buttons much better. Buzzwole's annoying when it comes in here inevitably. Wellington. Yeah. That's annoying, because now this thing fucks me up. But, you see, now we have a Feeny to deal with it, and you're going to go for a Fighting move. I'm going to go aggro into my Latios so I can drop a Draco. If he does go for a bugged move, like, good on you, dude. I don't think you do. Like, what if I was Aerial Ace Excadrill and you take, like, 50? He makes a double into the Bouffalont. Okay, now that he revealed through, I think that my play here is to be aggressive and drop a Draco and connect. I'm going to be real. I think that he's going to over-aggressively, over-predict on this play, predict me to go for a Gigalith switch in and close combat me. That looks like AV. That looks like an AV Bouffalont. Nope, he just goes for the throat chop, but we should eat it. No, we don't. That was, yeah. Okay. Well, now I have, like, pretty free HJK with my Cinderace. Or I can try to reset the sand and then go out into Excadrill and start trying to take out Pokemon. But Buzzwole 50. Excadrill's like not doing anything to that thing. I can potentially try to reset my rocks, but I don't know how much that helps me later in this game. I think just a Toxic here makes the most sense for me. He is CC though. And we do not eat that, but I should have just gone out into my Feeny. But we're going to try to pick up a kill with Excadrill first and then go out into our Feeny and set up later. But he's doing a really good job of preserving his Roserade. Now I have my Latios gone, so I don't really have as much pressure on that thing. But I'm just going to go out into my Cinderace and click Pyro Ball. Fuck the Excadrill play. He has a full health thingy in the back. Full health Roserade, or full health Buzzwole. We connect the Pyro Ball, thankfully. And down goes the Bouffalant. And then Banded Cinderace will be able to potentially clean up this game, depending on how much it does to Buzzwole. And it looks like Pyro Ball does a lot to Buzzwole. And that is like very weirdly invested defense Buzzwole. Yeah, it looks like we should be killing pretty much any Buzzwole. Because that's like impish 144 max HP Buzzwole that the default calc is on, excuse me. But not like that. We should be doing 100.9 minimum to max HP Buzzwole. So unless he EV'd to always live a Banded Cinderace Pyro Ball, we should be all good. But he has a very free Latias here. And here's the thing about Latiases. I don't know what I'm going to say after. I go out into my Excadrill on them. Because I can click Iron Head on them. And do a good chunk to any of them. SwSh, that's fine. Any chip on Latias is good chip on Latias. Excadrill in the sand. He has lefties on Latias. And let's see, if he's like not HP invested, then it looks like Iron Head's doing a good chunk to him. Yeah, I think Banded Cinderace is a fantastic win con later in this game. Yeah. If we get a flinch here, that'd be actually quite nice. Ooh, Calm Mind? I think that's actually fine for me if we get another flinch. Or if we get a flinch, because he could be Recover on his Latias actually, which would not be ideal. If he is Recover. Yeah, that would not be good. How many more turns of sand do we have? 1? Yeah, 1. Okay, he's probably going to Recover here. I should click Spin so I can try to flinch him down, but just keeping him in potential range for Cinderace. He does have the Recover. Okay. He does have the Recover. Okay. Damn, that changes things. That messes me up now. Now that Feeny isn't as much of a win con. I just got an Iron Head here until I die, then I can go Feeny and try to Calm Mind alongside him. And Draining Kiss to stay healthy. But he has Psyshock, so I can't really even Calm Mind alongside him that well. But if he's Mono Psyshock or something like that, he has Ice Beam. Interesting. Okay. So he's probably going to Recover here. Maybe I could... I mean, like, here's the thing. He either recovers or he kills me. So I go Rapid Spin here to gain the speed boost. And then, yeah, he recovers. But this play should hopefully make sense to you guys. I Rapid Spin to gain the speed and then knock him out afterwards. But, yeah. So now he's in not a great spot because of our 7 HP Excadrill. Because U-turn with Cinderace does so much to the point where I click U-turn and then I kill him and then I sack my Feeny and I should be able to win this 1-0, but he switches, makes a good play. Yeah, he is also lefties on here. So now if I flinch this thing out a little bit low, that'd be pretty nice. But, like, I don't remember how healthy his Latias is. I think it was close to 90%, which is not ideal, as they say in the business. If we get, like, one flinch, though, that'd be huge for my endgame. But he does have the Earthquake. Cool. Beast Boost, giving him attack. Defense, oh gosh, that's not ideal for me. We can go Iron Defense Feeny right now. Actually no, we got a Calm Mind here, and then we Calm Mind again in front of the Roserade, hopefully. That's our out right now, but not looking good if he has, like, the Thunder Punch or the P-Jab. Calm Mind is probably the click. That is... I should have clicked Iron Head. Or not Iron Head, Iron Defense, because he's probably staying in, because he thinks that we're Calm Mind. He might think that we're Calm Mind 3 attack. Oh, he's Taunt. That's a great bring. And he's faster than us. That's fine. We Draining Kiss here. Get healthy. Taunt is a great bring, yeah. Let's just go for the Draining Kiss, though. Breaking a potential Sash on Roserade is cool. Yeah, okay. We really don't have a good in with our Cinderace. Our only shot is potentially living there, and then we... like, if he misses a Leaf Storm. But he should just go for Sludge Bomb. I think that's his play 10 times out of 10. Yeah, good play. And we don't live that. Ah, shoot, we're gonna pick up another L. We really gotta turn this season around, boys. Yeah, this Feeny not gonna be able to pull it back. I need to click, like, Calm Mind and hope for some insane RNG. And... we're not going to get any RNG. Like, there's nothing that we really could do here, unfortunately. Other than look at our time, look at his time, and decide. I shouldn't have thrown away my Latios like that. Yeah, okay, he has 3 minutes and 22 seconds. I should not have thrown away my Latios like that, but we will just go for a stored power as he... Good game. Okay. Good game to our opponent. Good game to JB. He played well. I should not have sacked my Latios. I got over-aggressive there, which was my main thing. Also with my Toxtricity. That was bad. Hopefully I'll learn how to play with that Pokemon one day. Yeah, okay. So I identified, I think, the two things that I fucked up. That Toxtricity play, I was like, yes, so smart. Then I was like, Earthquake. Then I was like, he's not going to run Earthquake. Then I was like, yeah, he's going to run Earthquake. And then secondly was sacking my Latios, predicting a close combat. There was really no reason for him to close combat, because he outspeeds and would just kill me anyways. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy my game, my thoughts, and hopefully I can play better for you guys next week, next 2 weeks. But yeah, just please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as well as doing that for my opponent. Really helps both of us out. Go down, search for JB's link in the description. Description doesn't let me bold other people's links, otherwise I would. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and until next time, Jesse504 out.